Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, what is poppin' lockin' and what is droppin', baby? I am pretty late making this video, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I literally had to film it today and I have to upload it today because my week has been pretty busy and I had to be going in the office and I can't film in the office, so I have to like wait until I have a full at-home day, and today being Friday would be the one to do it. Let's go ahead and see what I eat this week for my weight loss and fitness journey. So this week's meals are going to be very simplistic. Usually I have a lot of creative style meals, but this week was pretty simple just because I knew I had a busy week this week. Also, we have a pretty major snowstorm coming up. I don't want to say too major. I mean, we're getting 9 to 11 inches. I know for some areas of the world, they're like, oh, that's nothing, yeah. But, you know, for where I'm, it's, you know, pretty major. So we don't really know how to work around snow, or at least this much of it. But without further ado, enough complaining, let's go ahead and see what I eat in the week. So starting off for breakfast, it's a nice cup of black coffee. As you can see here, the liquid is black. So I made it short and I accidentally said it was a French vanilla blend. So this particular one is a hazelnut roast blend. So the big difference between a blend and a roast blend, there's no creamer or any additional, you know, stuff to this. So the blend, the actual roasted blend, has hazelnut in it. And so a 10-ounce cup of this is like 2 to 3 calories. So, you know, of course I have to wash it out with water because coffee dehydrates you. So make sure to drink your water and hydrate yourself when you drink your coffee. So I might have explained this before, but my New Year's resolution this year is to cut out energy drinks in particular. So it's been almost a month since then, although I did technically start that in like the beginning of December, but no, sorry, the end of December. Yeah, it's been about a month. I explained it a couple times, mainly just because they're expensive and the fact that coffee's natural energy and I don't crash out as bad with coffee as I do with energy drinks. Energy drinks, I do find myself crashing out within like if I drink it at like 7 or 8 in the morning, I crash out around like 3 or 4 p.m. So one of the things I have are these Chobani Greek yogurts. This is mango flavored, but I have raspberry lemon and then like a cherry berry flavor too. These guys are thick. These things are so thick, man. But I would much rather eat the Light and Fits than these. These make me gag like crazy. Pause. You get 140 calories with 20 grams of protein, so it's packed with protein, but almost double in calories versus the Light and Fit, and it's about the same size container. Yeah, these are just stupid thick. For the Light and Fits are easier to eat than this, so unless you have like granola or something crunchy in here, these are just ridiculously thick. And then last but not least, we have the typical go-to meal for breakfast for me, and that is 3 hard-boiled eggs with 6 turkey sausage links. These are the Butterball brand, so they come with 6 versus the Applegate, I believe they come with 5. And then the 3 hard-boiled eggs, ignore that one. It's I had trouble peeling it, but I eat 1 of the eggs whole and then 2 of the egg whites. So I leave the yolks out of both of these. Not particularly because I'm cutting calories, but more so I'm not a big fan of hard-boiled yolks. So, but I'm gonna eat the one with the, you know, most of the whites off of it anyway. So. But yeah, that's pretty much breakfast for me. So again, we're keeping it super simple this week. So this video might be a little bit shorter than my typical ones, but I'm gonna go ahead and chow down on this and I'll catch you guys when I review the macros. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, we have logged our breakfast in, so let's go ahead and check it out. So I'm trying to make sure I don't get this glare from the window in here, but we have 472 calories with 56 grams of protein, 92 grams of carbs, and 22 grams of fat. 1 gram of fiber, 7 grams of sugar, and 1,152 milligrams of sodium. So with a health score of 8, which is pretty nice. There's something I will admit. I actually typically have cherries with this. So the past 3 days I've been eating cherries, but the second package of cherries that I got, that was delivered to me to kind of help my defense here a little bit, was growing mold in it. So I think when I first got these, they were moldy, and I'm not eating moldy cherries. So I think for the second half of this week, I'm just gonna have to cut the cherries out. But the cherries really help with the fiber content, but you get what you get. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to skip it on the cherries on this one. But yeah, Although lunch is coming up pretty soon, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I did get my hair cut today. So let's go ahead and move on to lunch. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, it is now lunchtime. It's 12:47. I ate breakfast today around like 8:30, maybe 8:30. I can't remember, but we have a fantastic lunch today. But again, we're keeping it stupid simple for the week because of busy schedules. So for today, for lunch, we got a beef chimichurri, potato, green bean, and red pepper frozen meal. Life Choice is the brand. It's they're okay. I mean, just try to stay away from the ones that have pasta in it, and I think you're fine. So from the grocery haul video, we have beef chimichurri, which is the most in calories, I believe it's 220. Then we got the chicken marsala, which was 180 in calories with 17 grams of protein. By the way, the beef chimichurri's got 18 grams of protein. Forgot to mention that. And then there's the broccoli and chicken Alfredo. That's 170 calories with 22 grams of protein. All the numbers kind of similar, just kind of rearranged. But for today, we're doing the beef chimichurri because I actually have a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna do for lunch next week with this guy. And of course, we have our Quest protein chips here. I'll be consuming 2 bags of these, 150 calories with 18 grams of protein per bag. Not too bad. They are a little pricey though. I think I bought a bulk of them from Amazon. It was $25 for 12 bags, so about $2 for a little bag of chips versus I think you could buy an entire box of normal chips for like $5, $5-6. But you're paying for convenience of the protein. So, I mean, that's pretty much for lunch though. The calories obviously will vary between each bowl. We'll do the chimichurri bowl because we know that one's the most in calories. And then we'll just kind of backtrack from there. So let me go ahead and chow down on this guy, and I'll catch you guys back when I compile the macros for everyone. Okay, so I don't really have any like great way to share this besides each individual photo. So here's the chimichurri meal. It varies between like 170 and 220 calories for protein, varying from 18 to 22. Carbs is about the same, and fat varies between like 4 to 10 grams. So the fiber is about the same, like 4 grams, with 4 grams of sugar and 500 to about 600 milligrams of sodium for each as well. But that's just for the frozen meals. And then for the chips, this is for 2 bags, 300 calories with 36 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fat, 2 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 660 milligrams of sodium. So for one each, you're looking at half of basically everything here. But that's the macros for lunch. So I'll catch you guys back when I do dinner. But I'm going to the gym first, so after the gym, I'll record myself making la dinner. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, we have just finished a brutal leg day workout. And let's finish it with some protein and carbohydrates. Today, for dinner, we have some asparagus, 93.7 ground beef, and golden potatoes. And in there with the meat, we got G. Hughes original barbecue sauce, sugar-free by the way, and Taco Bell mild sauce. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bite of everything. Just like this. Oh yeah. Nice, simplistic meal that satisfy any workout. So I cooked the beef with just nothing but a butter, like a garlic butter seasoning. Same with the asparagus. The ground beef I cooked on a stovetop. Asparagus, tossed in the air fryer. Little avocado oil spray with the seasoning mix. 375 for 8 minutes in the air fryer. And then the potatoes, I just threw them into the air fryer. 390 for 25 minutes. And then when they are done, I came out and I mashed them and I put everything together. And it's a nice little simple meal to enjoy after a fantastic workout. That's pretty much it. Again, nice simple meal. So, oh, by the way, I'm also Diet Coke caffeine free. Caffeine free is very important, especially drink it during the night, or else you're gonna have trouble sleeping. Even there's a little bit of caffeine. I think I don't know what like 60 milligrams of caffeine per bottle, but it helps me go to sleep. So, but let me go ahead and chow this guy down. We'll go over the macros, and then we'll compile everything. Ladies and gentlemen of DTube World, we are completely finished eating la dîner, and now we are going to be going over the macros for this guy. So we got 891 calories, with 99 grams of protein, almost at 100, 49 grams of carbs, 32 grams of fat, 3 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 1,103 milligrams of sodium. Yeah, guys, I am absolutely done from the leg day workout I had today. Oh, so I took a couple screenshots of the macros, so I'll post them up when I read off everything. So in total, every day throughout the week. Now the lunches will vary, but this is, I guess, the highest amount of calories, but not the highest of protein. So for today, we have 1,183 calories, with 209 grams of protein, 96 grams of carbs, and 70 grams of fat, with 10 grams of fiber, 15 grams of sugar, and 3,400 milligrams of sodium. And then we have a health score of 8. Cal AI likes the meals this week, which is pretty nice. So, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube world, that's pretty much what I eat for a week. And hopefully you guys take these meal ideas and incorporate it into your weight loss journeys if you choose to be on one. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the journey, especially the ones that are interested in the journey. Comment anything positive or negative. We're on the internet, so we got to learn to take it. But ladies and gentlemen of YouTube World, I thank you once again for sticking around for the content. I'm hoping that the journey is entertaining and hopefully influence you guys to start your own if you choose to be on one. Stay disciplined and stay focused. Catch you guys on the next one.